When was the last time you used a search engine? Probably in the last few hours or minutes. Perhaps you just wanted to quickly look something up, or maybe you needed more in-depth information on a topic. Either way, the search engine you used will have returned a list of results that were most relevant to what you searched for. But how does a search engine determine which web pages are most relevant? In this video, you will learn how search engines analyze web pages and how meta tags help provide information for search engines. A major part of launching a website is a process called search engine optimization, or SEO. This process involves making improvements to a website's content, semantics, and delivery to improve its ranking in search results. You might be wondering, what exactly does a search engine do when it analyzes a web page? Well, when a search engine visits your website, it analyzes the HTML document and media content. If it finds a link to another HTML document, it follows the link to that document and continues following links until it has finished analyzing the entire website. Based on the results of the analysis and the content on your website, the search engine will rank the website for various search terms. So, while your website might be the #1 result for one search term, it could rank very low for another. Every search engine has its own algorithm for ranking websites, and while it's not disclosed how the ranks are determined, there are many best practices you can follow to influence how search engines analyze and rank your website. But for now, let's just focus on how meta tags influence website ranking. Meta tags define metadata about a web page. What is metadata, you ask? It's data about other data, which in this case is data about the web page. Meta tags are added inside the head element of your HTML document. And as you know, nothing inside the head element is displayed in the web browser. In other words, meta tags are unseen elements within the browser. Note that there is no closing tag for the meta tag. The meta element has two attributes, name and content. The name attribute specifies the name of the metadata, and the content attribute specifies the value of the metadata. Let's examine some examples of metadata. The author metadata specifies the author of the web page. The name attribute is author, and the content attribute is the person and company who are the author of the web page. The description metadata describes the content of the web page. This is often used by search engines as descriptive text in search results. The name attribute is set to description, and the content attribute is the descriptive text. The keywords metadata was previously used to provide search keywords for search engines. However, this led to a lot of websites using the keywords metadata to manipulate search rankings. One of the major search engines now ignores this metadata, and another uses keywords metadata as a spam indicator. Because of this, it's recommended not to include this metadata in modern web pages. Another type of metadata is the robots metadata, and it tells search engines if and how they should analyze your web page. The name robots comes from the automated software, often referred to as bots, that search engines use to analyze websites. The content attribute for robots has 4 possible values. Index tells the bot to analyze the page. Follow tells the bot to also visit all links on the web page. No index tells the bot not to analyze the page. Some bots will ignore this, so it's best not to rely on this to stop bots from analyzing your page. And no follow tells the bot not to visit links on the web page. Again, some bots will ignore this value, so it's best not to rely on it. Finally, there's the viewport metadata. The viewport metadata is important when designing responsive web pages. Why, you might ask? Because when a web page is viewed on a phone or tablet, the device will by default attempt to render the web page as if it is being viewed on a desktop. This results in a poor browsing experience for the user. The solution is to define viewport metadata. There are many values available for viewport metadata. The most used value for the mobile experiences is to set the width to device-width and the initial scale to 1.0. You can learn more about viewports in the additional reading. It's important to note that viewport metadata does not solve all the issues with browsing websites on mobile devices. The other part of the solution is responsive web design. But we were talking about search engine optimization, right? Viewport metadata is important for the user experience, and it's also important for search engine optimization. This is because many search engines now include a website's mobile experience as a part of their ranking algorithms. There is more metadata that you can define on your web page to specifically improve its presence on social media, but that's for a later video. For now, it's important to know that author, description, keywords, robots, and viewport metadata all play a role in the search engine optimization of web pages.